This is the latest report of April 10th, 2026. I'm here at my home, Oxon Hill, Maryland. I don't want to call it Forest Heights, Maryland anymore because that's a bad name. Forest Heights instituted starts putting speed cameras on stop signs. The context is I haven't received a ticket for speeding, not for speeding, but for stop signs. I haven't received in 60 years in this town. I've never received a citation for stop sign violation. But in the last couple weeks, I've received 7 of them. And the town is using this. It's already a speed trap. They generate the biggest portion of their budget comes from speed cameras on state roads. But now they've gotten where everybody in our neighborhood is getting tickets time after time after time, and I've decided to challenge this in the court. I just don't think it. They've explained to the citizens exactly at what point you have to stop and for how many seconds you have to stop, and if you happen to let your foot off the brake and drift for a second, why you should constantly get ticket after ticket after ticket when the police officers will not allow our citizens in this state, in this town to file complaints when they're robbed, when they have their property stolen, when they have their vehicles trash, when there's, we just can't file any kind of complaint with the town police. They will not take it. We have a local county police right behind us here, so I think it's an exploitation of the citizens of Forest Heights. That would be said. That's it. But on top of that, now I've got to go to the more pressing problems. The previous videos you'll show is Sherry Evelyn on the 7th. I was up in Elkton, Maryland on the 7th, and I had to take her to social services to sign up for her extension so she can get $120 a month for food assistance. But we get this letter today from social services saying she has to go sign up. So our mail service can no longer be counted on. Also today I received this package from the U.S. It was supposed to Gladys M. Scarletti, current director of the United States Marshal Service, at 1215 South Clark Street, Arlington, Virginia, and they sent it back to me. Sent it certified mail, never opened. And you'll see earlier videos last week where I visited, I think it was on the 13th. No, somewhere around the 3rd, I'm sorry. And I visited his offices, and they won't allow a citizen into it. So their offices are absolutely at 501, 1215 South Clark Street, Arlington, Virginia. But they don't even open them now. They just send them back to you undeliverable. So you can't count on the U.S. Marshals anymore. Then I received today from the United States Appellate Court for the Federal Circuit, District of Columbia, and it's a notice of appearance of Mr. Daniel Faulkner, and it says Principal Counsel for Daniel Faulkner, admission date, firm, agency, or organization, DOJ Division of National Court Sections, address P.O. Box 480, Ben Franklin Station, Washington, D.C. 20044. And it says admission of debt, entry of appearance. And that, you can't, now I've been going to his office on 1100 L Street, where the court had originally his address, delivering packages to making video records of it. And that last one was on the 7th. And now he's entering his appearance. It's not signed anywhere. It doesn't say who he's representing. So, what's up? And it's got my address down, and they could have easily emailed this to me because they've got my email address, and he has my email address. I've sent numerous requests to him, his office, hand delivered them to his 11th office on 11th Street, and he sent it by USPS mail. The case number, and this is a United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, Certificate of Service, case number 26-1526. Now I've got to go back into court on Monday and find out why his address has changed. I've got to go find out why he filed a motion to dismiss in the Court of Appeals, why he's never filed his appellate brief in the Court of Federal Claims. The dockets in all these cases have been tampered with. Even when I picked up the stuff on the 7th, the docket was being tampered with. And so check the earlier videos on this website, on this YouTube channel, folks. This is why I am having to fight every day of my life to try to get justice for myself and get justice for all the victims who I represent. But when is it going to end? At what point in time is the courts ever going to allow victims the rights to equal access to the court? And this case is against Donald John Trump as the CEO of the Corporation of the United States. And they just list the case number. They don't list the defendants. It's the CEO of the corporation, the U.S. Justice Department, the CEO of the corporation for the FBI, CEO of the corporation, the Homeland Security CEO of the corporation, as ICE, CEO of the U.S. Treasury, and also I've still not ever got the notice of appearance in any court for the agents from the American Bar Association and their agents. they're just waiting. They think they can get away with this, and they keep robbing our citizens of our rights and liberties. So all I can do is make a record. I'm doing a pretty pitiful job, I must say so myself. I have no funds to do it with. I'm basically been forced into all near property, and all I can do is keep fighting. But if you want to find out more about what George McDermott's about, go to georgemcdermott.com, my campaign website for the 2026 congressional election in Prince George's County, Maryland. You can go to georgeforjustice.com and also go to Concerned Citizens for RestorativeJustice.com. But all you can do is make a record. But at least let me see one of these people in open court. Let us have an open hearing where you can actually see a live human being with one of these defendants' agents there. Even though they're, as corporate lawyers, they're not allowed to represent other corporations. They all belong to the same corporation. They all belong. The Supreme Court said that they're unlicensed lawyers, and they can't represent corporations. But they ignore all of this. So I guess I'll just have to wait and do the best I can and pray to the good Lord every day that at some point in time our country will wake up and demand regime change and demand that these corporate defendants be answerable to their constituents and to the good citizens of this great nation. This is George McDermott. Oh, by the way, I just had my first TV interview running for Congress on the 9th at CTV. And they seem to think that I'm doing this as some kind of a vendetta. I'm not. I'm just trying to get equal justice for myself and all the other victims around this nation who are being robbed by lying, thieving lawyers and judges who have no respect for the rule of law or our Constitution. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. This is the 10th day of April 2026. Amen.